Lyoto Machida's #1 on the UFC ranking, and I want to take down the top dog.
Phil, Mr. Wonderful!
Eu tô sentindo muita falta no meu cinturão.
Light Heavyweight Champion of...
Aquele peso ali, em volta da minha cintura, tá fazendo falta pra mim. Eu quero meu cinturão de volta. O filho dele não vai poder pegar esse cinturão.
Então, estar em casa é sempre maravilhoso, né? Então, eu sinto esse calor da torcida, a torcida me apoiando, me jogando pra frente. 알도와의 매치는 정말 다른 도전자들도 그랬을지 모르겠는데 저는 죽지 않으면 안 돌아올 생각.
UFC featherweight champion José Aldo puts his belt on the line against crowd favorite Korean Zombie. And former light heavyweight champion Lyoto Machida takes on 8th-ranked national wrestling champion Phil Davis. The countdown to UFC 163 starts now. In February, UFC featherweight champion José Aldo took on former lightweight title holder Frankie Edgar.
The champion, the former champion. 5 rounds of fighting for the title at 145. Nice straight fight, may have hurt him. That jab is nasty, lightning fast and effective.
Quando ele movimentava, ele parava na minha frente, eu ia conectava um jab, conectava um direto, e assim abrir espaço para eu chutar ele. Eu vi que eu estava muito bem treinado, eu estava muito bem na luta.
Good start for José Aldo. His timing is excellent. Again, just a long, extended, lightning fast jab.
Então tudo aquilo que todas as pessoas falavam de que esse é o maior desafio, ali dentro eu senti que era mais uma luta. Sabia que isso ia manter a calma, que a gente ia vencer tranquilo. Um chute muito bom e cada luta eu acho que todos os oponentes foram preocupados com o chute. Faz parte da minha estratégia, eu sempre vou procurar combinar mãos e pernas. Fiz uma luta tranquila, calma e pude mostrar que eu sou o campeão.
The victory was Aldo's 15th in a row and 22nd in 23 career fights.
É nisso que eu quero, sempre buscar a vitória para não sentir de novo essa gosto da derrota. Então, assim, como tenho 8 anos, eu quero que isso aí complete 10, 20, 30 e até o final da minha carreira.
UFC 163 is in José's backyard, Rio de Janeiro, home to the most spectacular finish of his UFC career.
Então, estar em casa é sempre maravilhoso, né? Então, eu sinto esse calor da torcida, a torcida me apoiando, me jogando pra frente.
They are swarming him now. This is nuts.
Vai estar lotado, todo mundo gritando meu nome. Então, procuro sempre dar o meu melhor para chegar e agradar a todos que estão naquela noite.
A scene like we've never witnessed before.
Aldo's opponent, meanwhile, couldn't be further from home.
일단 30시간을 가야 되는 거리거든요. 미국에는 많이 가봤기 때문에 지인들도 있는데 겨우겨우 미국의 문화에 적응하고 음식 같은 걸 적응을 했는데 이제 또 난생 처음 가본 브라질이라니까 걱정되는 것도 많고 준비할 것도 많고 그러네요.
Chan Sung Jung, better known as the Korean Zombie, is one of the most popular fighters in the world.
The Korean Zombie is non-stop entertainment. This is a guy who is exciting to watch, whether his fight is on the ground or whether he's scrapping on the feet. This is a guy who's relentless, he's fearless, and he's not afraid to try any kind of technique out there to get the win.
In 2010, Zombie's epic battle with Leonard Garcia was voted Fight of the Year.
They are engaging toe-to-toe. Garcia is swinging for the fences. As he's standing right in the pocket. Oh, caught him on the shot. Garcia! Jung is hanging in there. How good is this?
The Korean Zombie has built up such a huge fan base because of his fighting style.
This is a Rocky movie, man. And the crowd is holding these guys together.
Dana White was so impressed that he started rocking the Korean Zombie t-shirt.
In 2011, his twister finish in the rematch with Garcia was named Submission of the Year.
He's got a twister. Oh! Final seconds of the round. Oh, he's got it. Hit it. Oh! Chan Sung Jung by submission.
And his 2012 war with Dustin Poirier was once again honored as Fight of the Year.
Huge flying knee lands for Chan Sung Jung.
I had the pleasure of calling the Dustin Poirier Korean Zombie fight, and to this day, that is one of the most exciting fights that I have ever seen in person. The pace and the countering and the tactics of the Korean Zombie really is what was so impressive, because Dustin Poirier is a beast on the ground.
Look at the transitions of the Korean Zombie, John. Beautiful stuff.
The Korean Zombie just always seemed to be a step ahead, and he kept a pace that Dustin Poirier just could not keep up with.
He's in the dark choke right now. He can finish this. He's on his own.
Chan Sung Jung has done it again.
Zombie defeated Poirier despite a torn rotator cuff, a condition for which he underwent surgery last summer. He was expected to make his return against Ricardo Lamas at UFC 162.
Big elbow by Lamas. Wow.
But an injury to Anthony Pettis allowed him to become the first Korean to challenge for a UFC title.
그냥 믿기지가 않았어요. 그냥 연락 온 에이전트 형한테도 계속 진짜냐고, 진짜 거짓말이면 죽어버릴 거라고.
At first he thought I was joking. And he kept saying, "You're joking, right? You're kidding, right?" He said, I don't believe you. And he said, well, I can't sleep. I won't be able to sleep until I hear the official announcement.
알도와의 매치는 정말 다른 도전자들도 그랬을지 모르겠는데 저는 죽지 않으면 안 돌아올 생각이에요.
This place is going nuts. You see why Chan Sung Jung's a fan favorite.
He's been wanting this fight for years now. When he first came into the WEC, he told me, he said, "I'm going to beat José Aldo." I said, okay, but in my mind I was thinking, no way. But being around him for the past several years, watching him train, watching him in everyday life, I'm absolutely confident in his ability to win.
제 꿈입니다, 이거는. 저는 진짜 죽는다는 각오로 임할 겁니다.
How about the Korean Zombie?
Fifth-ranked Chan Sung Jung is one of only 4 Koreans in the UFC.
네, 저는 경상북도 포항에서 태어났고요. 그리고 외아들입니다. 지금 와서 생각해 보니까 좀 촌티가 많이 났던 것 같아요. 그래서 서울 애들이 좀 괴롭힌 것도 좀 있었죠. 근데 뭐 저는 좀 자존심이 강했기 때문에 항상 맞서 싸웠던 것 같아요. 근데 중학교 때까지만 해도 제가 되게 왜소했거든요. 그래서 싸우면 항상 많이 맞는 편이었죠. 네, 그런 거를 매일 그러고 다니니까 같이 사시던 이모님이 좀 답답했나 봐요. 그때 이제 학교도 체육관을 이모님이 보내셨죠. 킥복싱이 진짜 싸움에 맞는 무술인 것 같아서 그때부터 고등학교 3학년 때까지 킥복싱을 하다가 이제 20살 때부터는 종합격투기라는 걸 알게 됐죠. 아니 주짓수를 먼저 알게 되고.
Turning pro at 20, Jung won his first 9 fights and earned a nickname.
The Korean Zombie!
제 별명은 코리안 좀비이고요. 일단 예전에 팀메이트 분들이 너무 처절하게 잘 싸운다고 좀비라는 별명이 붙었는데.
He is truly like a Korean zombie right now. And Jung just is relentless.
In his 2010 WEC debut, he put his style on full display in a battle later named the Fight of the Year.
They are engaging toe-to-toe. Garcia is swinging for the fences. That's Jung. He's standing right in the pocket. Oh, he's off the other side. Garcia. Jung is hanging in there. How good is this?
가르시아랑 싸울 때 뭐 함성 소리 때문에 아무것도 들리지 않았어요. 그냥 와 하는 소리만 들렸고 그때 아 내가 여기서 있는 게 되게 멋있구나.
Head kick by Jung. Again. Garcia coming from all kinds of crazy angles. Oh, he caught him with the right hand. Oh, shoulder. And again with the right hand. Ducking under. He's got a Chan Sung Jung. Garcia with another right. This is a Rocky movie, man. What is holding these guys together?
The fight between the Korean Zombie and Leonard Garcia was an absolute war. A back and forth stand-up war where both of these guys were rocked, both these guys got knocked down. There was just scrapping from start to finish.
These guys just bared their heart and soul.
결과적으로는 졌지만 그 샵이 있었기 때문에 코리안 좀비가 생겼고 제가 있는 것 같아요.
11 months later, in his UFC debut, he got another shot at Leonard Garcia.
Watch Garcia closely to see if he goes into slow. Nice uppercut and then a flying knee by Jung. Here they go. Yep. Oh my goodness.
가르시아와의 2차전 경기는 저한테는 막다른 길이었고 낭떠러지였어요. 여기서 지면은 정말 다 끝난다. 그런 생각이었죠.
Oh, good knees.
The rematch between Leonard Garcia and the Korean Zombie was another amazing fight. The Korean Zombie really didn't waste any time. He went right to work, brought the fight to the ground, and ended up finishing Leonard Garcia in a very rare submission move that we don't even really see in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitions, let alone in the UFC.
Excellent back control by Jung. He's set up a twister, it looks like. He is. He's got a twister. Oh! Final seconds of the round. Oh, he's got it. Here it is. Oh! Chan Sung Jung by submission.
그냥 항상 스파링을 할 때 많이 연습을 했던 기술인데 그 기술을 쓰고 끝나는 순간에도 그 기술이 특이하다는 건 저는 알고 있었어요.
This is the first twister submission in the history of the UFC.
Later that year, the Zombie took a bite out of former title challenger Mark Hominick, scoring the second fastest knockout in UFC history.
Tonight's fight brought to you by Battlefield 3. Oh, the call!
날아갈 것 같았어요. 정말로.
Chan Sung Jung caught him on the button. Wow!
제 모든 노력들을 다시 보상받는 기분이었어요.
Chan Sung Jung finishes Mark Hominick.
In May of 2012, Jung went to war with Dustin Poirier.
Huge flying knee lands for Chan Sung Jung, and he keeps throwing shots at the favorite Dustin Poirier.
예전에는 종합격투기 시합이지만 그래플링을 하게 되면 좀 남자답지 못하다는 그런 잘못된 생각을 가지고 있었어요. 근데 제가 종합격투기 선수인데 모든 부분을 잘 이용해야 된다는 거를.
Chan Sung Jung has done it again. How about the Korean Zombie?
Jung earned a $50,000 bonus for fight of the night and another $50,000 for submission of the night.
그 돈을 모아서 이 체육관이 탄생한 거고요.
3 consecutive spectacular wins have the Zombie on the verge of a UFC title.
It would be an amazing thing if the Korean Zombie became the champion in the 145-pound division, because it would make him the first Asian-based champion in UFC history.
I want José Aldo.
처음 정찬호 선수와 같이 훈련하게 되면서 이런 날을 사실 꿈꿔왔었습니다. 전 꿈이라고 생각을 했었는데 정찬호 선수는 그걸 목표라고 생각을 했었습니다.
UFC 챔피언이 된다면 대한민국 내에서 UFC 인기 자체가 되게 많이 올라갈 것 같아요. 중학교 특기에도 큰 스타가 필요하거든요. 옛날에 그런 스타가 제가 되고 싶습니다.
Cresci em Manaus, no Amazonas. É uma grande cidade, é um polo industrial de Manaus. E como eu tinha um sonho de ser jogador de futebol, então eu sempre queria jogar futebol, queria estar treinando. Ele chegou um dia e falou pra mim se eu queria ser aquilo, então ele ia me apoiar em tudo, né? Pra virar um atleta profissional. Um dia de moleque era isso, ia pro colégio, jogar futebol. Quando voltava, jogava futebol à tarde e à noite descansava. Quando criança eu apanhava bastante pelo fato de jogar futebol e sempre querer resolver comigo mesmo. Não importa se era mais velho, eu sempre queria isso, mas com o tempo eu fui começando a levar muito prejuízo, então eu comecei a treinar uma arte marcial para poder me defender. Então comecei treinando capoeira. Sempre quando eu vinha da capoeira, eu ficava fazendo os saltos, tudo. Tinha um instrutor, mas ele pedia para me fazer um salto. Ele me convidou para me conhecer a academia onde ele dava aula, que era instrutor de jiu-jitsu. Aí daí eu fui lá e conheci. Daí eu fui vendo que o asfalto era duro e um tatame era bem mais macio. Eu abandonei a capoeira e comecei só no jiu-jitsu.
At 17, José moved from Manaus to Rio to pursue MMA.
Quando cheguei no Rio, não tinha dinheiro, só levei minhas roupas tudo. Falei que só ia sair quando eu estivesse bem. Geralmente a gente só almoçava e jantava, né? Fazia 2 refeições por dia, que não tinha muito dinheiro pra muita coisa. E era difícil, né? Pegava a noite, ficar na academia sozinho, então, pô, batia com a solidão, tudo. Falava, pô, será que é isso que eu quero pra minha vida mesmo? Mas eu sempre acreditei em mim. Na época eu só tava treinando jiu-jitsu ainda, né? Já que apareceu para ganhar R$800, então eu achava aquilo muito dinheiro, que eu nunca tinha visto isso na minha mão.
A month shy of 18, José knocked out his first opponent in 18 seconds. 6 consecutive first-round finishes followed. After his 10th win, he joined the WEC in June of 2008.
José Aldo in the red corner, Alexandre Nogueira in the blue corner. José Aldo showing serious skills right now. Really telling the story. Round number 1 and a big combination. Nice. Even from up top, he's connecting. That's it. José Aldo was spectacular in his WEC debut.
Quando eu fui, lutei na América e ganhei, e depois fiquei no ginásio. E pessoas vinham tirar foto comigo. Era o meu sonho, estava se realizando ali pro outro lado. E pensei na mesma hora, falei, quando voltar pro Brasil, eu vou dar mais, o máximo, o dobro de mim. Pra me chegar até o topo, pelo fato, pela história ser do jeito, eu já me considerava um campeão. Não oficialmente, porque eu não tinha um título, então...
4 more knockouts followed, including an 8-second demolition of Cub Swanson.
All right, guys, now bring it on. Come on. Swanson and Aldo. One of these men will probably get a shot at the champion right off the bat. It is absolutely over.
naquele momento, ele falou se eu passasse por ele aí sim, que eu ia ser alguma coisa, mas eu nunca tinha pegado um lutador de verdade. Fiquei com aquilo na cabeça, eu falei que eu tinha que dar tudo de mim, então graças a Deus eu joguei isso pra minha cabeça e deu tudo certo. Eu acho que foi aquilo, né? Muitas vezes quando você fala, você paga muito pela língua.
5 months later, José got a shot at Mike Brown's WEC featherweight belt.
A tática era sempre proteger ali, para a mão dele não entrar.
And Aldo with that calm demeanor. Brown now coming forward with a little more determination. Spinning back kick comes from Aldo.
E conforme a mão dele fosse errando os golpes, ele ia se frustrando, então eu ia jogando mais já pro meu lado. Eu sempre falava no tempo de Manaus, né? O difícil não era chegar, o difícil era se manter.
He's a brilliant, brilliant fighter, a special athlete. Here's the power. We got José Aldo. Truly one of MMA's elite.
It's been nearly 4 years, and José Aldo is still on top. The first and only UFC featherweight champion.
Primeiramente, eu quero ver sempre minha organização no topo e tenha que crescer tudo, né?
He is the most dominant 145-pound fighter in the world today.
That's a wrap.
Here we go.
Of José Aldo's 22 career wins, 13 are by knockout.
José Aldo is, in my opinion, one of the top 3 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. He's got really lethal striking skills, and he showed that in the Uriah Faber fight.
And again, look, he's lifting that.
Really brutalized Uriah's legs like we've never seen anybody do to him before.
And again, he hurt him bad with that.
He's got explosive striking that he used to take out Cub Swanson.
One of these men will probably get a shot at the champion right off the bat. It is over.
That he used to smash Manny Gambarian.
Hard uppercuts by Aldo. This is it.
The ground game that he used to control Mike Brown and pound him out.
José Aldo now is just teed off on Mike Brown. Brown trying to survive.
He is just really without flaw. He has no holes in his game whatsoever.
Truly one of MMA's elite, and those leg kicks are vicious.
입식 시합을 할 때는 많이 있었는데요. MMA 시합을 할 때는 이렇게 강한 킥을 가진 선수는 없었죠. 챔피언에 넣으니까 당연하죠. 아마 알도한테 이기려면은 그 킥을 잘 막는 게 가장 중요한 것 같아요.
The Korean Zombie is a guy who just goes forward. He's extremely aggressive, and he's not going to be intimidated by José Aldo.
Nice uppercut and then a flying knee by Jung. Here they go. Yep. Oh my goodness.
Se abre muito, então deixa muitos caminhos para o adversário nocautear ou finalizar a luta.
There comes the Zombie. Overhand uppercut. Here we go. Korean Zombie has awoken.
Se ele gosta de jogar nesse estilo dele, então isso é com ele.
아무래도 스트라이킹에 많이 좀 치중한다는 점.
Nice. Oh,
Eu não vejo um jogo parecido, eu acho que parece que eu sou campeão e ele é desafiante.
José Aldo has the most knockdowns in featherweight history and has never been knocked down himself. He's landed 495 significant strikes, second most ever in the division.
다른 사람들은 알도가 이긴다고 더 낫다고 생각하겠지만 저는 생각이 좀 달라요. 그리고 저는 조금씩 갉아먹는 스타일이고 알도는 한 방에 기회시키는 스타일이고.
Se ele é tão forte como todo mundo pensava ser o próximo desafiante, mas eu acho que ele tem a qualidade dele, ele alcançou esse objetivo de disputar o cinturão, então tenho que respeitar e continuar meu treinamento e chegar lá e fazer meu trabalho.
The Korean Zombie is one of only 3 featherweights to earn bonuses for fight, knockout, and submission of the night.
He's got a twister. Oh, he's got it. Here it is. Oh!
His 4.61 strikes per minute ranks 4th in the division's history.
뭐 지금까지 해왔던 것처럼 끌어들인 상대를 샌딩으로 약점을 찾아서 이기는 것처럼 알도도 충분히 통할 거라고 생각하고 있고요. 이게 통하지 않더라도 다른 쪽으로 또 준비를 많이 하고 있습니다.
Já vi alguns vídeos, então para mim não tem nada demais, então é fazer o meu treinamento voltado em algumas técnicas dele e fazer a minha. Eu acho que ele tem que se preocupar comigo, não eu me preocupar com ele. Ele tem um chão agressivo, né? Ele sempre procura finalizar, mas também não vejo nada demais. Eu
그라운드에서도 많이 약점을 내고 있는 것 같아요. 뭐 그쪽으로도 파고들 생각이 있고요.
But first, he'll have to take the champion down, something few opponents have been able to accomplish.
There's the power. He got José Aldo.
Aldo has stuffed 61 of his opponent's 66 attempts, tops among featherweights.
Isso que eu treino a minha vida inteira, jiu-jitsu, então tudo que acontece no chão ali, eu estou apto para fazer qualquer coisa.
And he ducks under, but Aldo's on top and mounts it. Not good for Kenny Florian.
If there's one possible weakness in José Aldo, it's the fact that he kind of slows down as the fight goes on.
Aldo looks exhausted.
Now that's only if you're able to pressure and really put the heat on Aldo, and Korean Zombie can certainly do that.
가장 제가 장점인 기술이 끝까지 밀어붙이는 것인 것 같아요.
Eu acho que eu tenho que estar preparado para fazer os 5 rounds se for preciso, né? Então a gente treina tanto com a luta rápida quanto a luta duradoura. Então eu tenho que estar apto a fazer o que for preciso lá dentro.
가지고 싶다는 생각밖에 없어요, 지금. 종합격투기를 할 때부터 제 목표였기 때문에요. 그 목표가 앞에 있는데 절대 쉽게 포기는 안 할 겁니다.
This place is going nuts. You see why Chan Sung Jung's a fan favorite.
Lógico que eu consigo vencer o Zumbi Coreano. É para isso que eu estou treinando.
조세 알도 경기 자신 있습니다. 자신 없으면 포기할 겁니다.
How about the Korean Zombie?
In February, on a historic card containing the first women's bout in UFC history, Lyoto Machida took on former Pride and Strikeforce champion Dan Henderson.
Machida and Henderson. One man looking to capture the top spot.
A estratégia da luta contra o Dan Henderson era manter o Dan Henderson longe e, quando pudesse, botar ele no chão, né?
Taken down by Machida. Oh, nice kick to the body by Lyoto. Lyoto's timing is just so excellent. Oh, jumping front kick to the face.
Não, eu tava confiante que ia ser 3-0.
And it goes the distance.
O Dan Henderson nem me tocou, sangrando.
While UFC 157 took place in Lyoto's new home, Southern California, 163 takes him back to his roots.
A última vez que eu lutei no Brasil foi em 2006, mas eu nunca lutei no Rio de Janeiro. Considero o Rio de Janeiro o centro da luta dentro do Brasil. Então, lutar no Rio de Janeiro para mim está sendo um prazer enorme.
In his 11-year career, Machida has fought in Brazil only twice, both times in Manaus. His opponent, Phil Davis, fought there just last year, and 4 of his last 5 fights have been against Brazilians.
Nogueira, a big shot on the single and he gets it. This time Anaconda
including his April tilt with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, Vinny Magalhaes.
Let's go, fight! Really high kick by Davis. It rocked him. Stumbled him. Vinny's hurt. Moving in again. Tie up.
What happened with me and Vinny was there was a lot of drama drawn up just because he wanted to fight a top 10 guy. According to him, I was the easiest way to be in the top 10.
Vinny's got to be much more active. Davis, stiff jab. His jab is on point tonight.
The highlight of the fight for me was just watching his motivation and his will to win just slowly lower as the rounds went on.
The victory moved the former Division I National Wrestling Champion to 11-1, including a win over title challenger Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh, he's got an anaconda. 10 seconds. He rolls into it. Wow, he might get it. Take it.
Now he'll try to leapfrog Machida and get next in line for the title himself.
I'm trying to not think about that because it adds more pressure to the situation. But I feel like I'm in the semifinals right now.
Eu vou estar muito bem preparado e eu vou me manter no número 1 contender. Se depender de mim, esse cinturão não passa nem nos olhos dele.
My nickname is Mr. Wonderful.
A lot of the people that interview him ask him about his nickname. I think he's got about 8 or 9 different answers.
He called himself Mr. Wonderful because he thinks he has a real pretty face. He thinks he's a ladies' man.
Mr. Wonderful? No. He had to create that one himself. That's his persona, Mr. Wonderful.
I was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It was a little bit rough, but I stayed inside a lot. My first wrestling match was JV, junior high, and I got pinned. I was so angry. It was like the worst feeling I've ever felt in the entire world. I would probably rather be shot or something than to get pinned in a wrestling match.
He told me, no, Dad, you cannot come to watch me wrestle because I'm not good. So I said, okay. In 9th grade, Phil said, Dad, you can come watch me now. I'm good now, I'm better. He began to get a lot stronger. I stopped wrestling Phil when he was in 9th grade because I couldn't handle him.
His best position was top position. He could ride you, put you on your back, just do anything he wanted to.
He'd placed several times in several national tournaments. As far as one of the top-rated recruits in the country, he was kind of falling under the radar.
Penn State is the only one that really paid any attention. He made personal calls to people, and he didn't think he was going to be able to do anything.
Right immediately after the first time I worked out with him, I started telling him that you're a national champ.
Once Phil got up there, the first year they just developed Phil. The second year, Phil was a killer. He beat up everybody.
All the guys that beat him in high school, he destroyed them in college.
Phil earned All-America honors as a freshman. As a sophomore, he won the Big Ten title and was the national runner-up. His senior year, he won the national championship.
Winning the national championship was the apex of everything that he had worked for. His mother got all upset. His daddy sat up there in the stands and cried because I was just so elated because I knew what he had gone through.
Before my last year in college, I decided to get into MMA.
And I remember asking him, well, why do you want to fight? He said, I want to fight because I know I can be great and I know I can be the best.
I went up to a MMA camp that they had in the Penn State area. I went to a gym called Lionheart, and Phil was there training.
All right, guys, stay low, shuffle the hips, let's start to get loose.
He was like, Phil, you know, you got to come train with my buddy Brandon Vera.
He was just an unbelievable wrestler already, and he had a great mind, and he was so open for instruction that I felt like, man, this guy can really do something. He came down for a couple weeks, went back up to PA, came back down a second time, never left.
Phil won his first 4 fights, 3 in the first round.
My first fight in the UFC was against Brian Stann.
Huge buzz came from that fight because he literally owned Brian Stann from the beginning of the first round to the end of the third. The second fight was Alexander Gustafsson.
He was 10-0 with 9 knockouts. So going into this fight, I was like, I'm taking him down and we're going to grapple.
What is this? Darce choke has got an anaconda. 10 seconds. Rolls into it. Wow, he might get it.
Tim Bosch, I felt great going into that fight.
Bosch is in a bad situation here. His arm is tied up and twisted behind his back.
It's a combination of jiu-jitsu and wrestling. I don't think the position really exists in jiu-jitsu or really in wrestling. But I'm one of those people that does the stuff you're not really supposed to do and makes it work.
It is all over! Wow, he just one-arm Kimura'd him. You started it off with a Kimura, then you switched and grabbed it with one hand, and then completed both your hands behind your back. I don't think I've ever seen that before in the octagon.
Some people on the internet have dubbed it the Phil Mora or the Wonder Bar. You know, whatever you want to call it, it's fine with me. The Nogueira fight was an interesting fight for me.
Biggest test of Mr. Wonderful's career, this man right here, Rogerio Nogueira.
Back in 2008 in my apartment in State College, I'm watching his DVDs thinking, man, this guy's a monster. And then fast forward 2.5 years later, and I'm fighting him.
Good body kick by Davis. Big shot on the singlet, he gets it.
I mean, you were fighting a top 10 guy in your first year in the UFC.
Big shots by Davis.
It was no joke.
Phil, Mr. Wonderful!
I definitely did not expect the way my life took a left turn into the UFC. I get the chance to fight and prove myself against the best talent in the world, and I'm excited about it every day.
Phil Davis, you're making a habit of winning these fights, man.
You know, I do what I can out here, JoJo. I'm trying, man. He's skyrocketed to where he is now.
That is a confident young mixed martial artist.
Mr. Wonderful, Phil Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
I definitely visualize myself a future UFC champion.
Lyoto Machida has seen firsthand the way that Brazilian crowds react to his teammates Anderson Silva and Minotauro Nogueira.
No futebol a gente fala, né? A torcida é mais um jogador em campo. Então na luta eu penso a mesma coisa. Para mim está sendo muito proveitoso.
I suppose there is a little bit of a concern fighting a Brazilian in Rio, but that just means more pressure is on him. It's hard fighting in your hometown sometimes. That's a lot of pressure going in.
Davis can rely on his past experience. He's the only American in UFC history to submit a Brazilian in Brazil.
3 for 3. Takedown attempt successful. Still controlling his posture is Davis. And again, he'll look to finish.
Oh, this time Anaconda takes it all over.
Phil Davis, the winner by submission.
I would love to go back and do it again and be able to, build my legacy that way.
Of course, past precedent is worth very little when facing Lyoto Machida, the most unique light heavyweight in the world.
He is the outlier in our division. You have guys who have a specific set of skills, and they're here. They're in this tight ball. He is way out here.
He's a very intelligent guy. His timing is awesome, and it's that style. He's got this karate style.
What's best in these type of situations is just keep it simple. Concentrate on what I do well. At the end of the day, it's going to be what I do well against what he does well. Trying to stop him at what he does well, I think that's how people fail.
Eu acho que a minha vantagem é na luta em pé. Eu sei como lutar em pé muito bem, com os wrestling também.
Very nice right hand, a jab. Again, Vader comes in. Again, Vader gets tagged.
Eu acredito muito na minha luta. Eu tô tranquilo com essa parte.
Front kick to the face by Lyoto.
What makes Lyoto Machida so unique is that he moves around a lot.
So good at getting away from those attacks.
He uses a lot of lateral motion. He circles. That way, he avoids a lot of damage.
He has the most intelligent approach. He takes the least damage and he inflicts the most.
My striking has evolved that I can stand with anybody in the division. I can say that because I know the amount of time I've been putting in the gym.
O estilo de trocação do Phil Davis, ele vem evoluindo bastante. Ele é um cara que ele combina bem.
Phil Davis pushing forward. Up the middle, nicely done.
Ele chuta, ele soca, ele é bem versátil nessa parte.
Being able to move around with a guy that fast, it's going to be everything. He's a pretty fast guy. He attacks very quickly and then he evades.
He's always looking to counter, he's always looking to feint in one direction and redirect it to another way.
You just got to be ready, be patient, and not get too frustrated. The thing with guys who do things unexpectedly is that they have on nights and off nights. And if his tricks are not working that night, it will be a rough night.
Phil Davis is one of those opponents, man. If you can't stop that takedown, you're in for a big, long night of beatings.
O objetivo dele, a tática dele vai ser essa, com certeza.
Four-time All-American, two-time state champion, and there it is.
My biggest advantage in any fight is my wrestling.
Big shot on a single and he gets it.
Ele é um cara que ele sempre tenta takedown, ainda mais quando ele toma um golpe e tudo, então ele vem pro takedown. Então eu tenho treinado bastante essas defesas, tenho treinado bastante os ataques também, né? Porque você atacando, você aprende a defender também.
If I decide I want the fight to go to the ground, I'll take you down.
Davis got the double, looking for the takedown, left hooks, on the ground.
I can take anybody down. Superman, doesn't matter. I'll take him down. Man of Steel, take him down.
Davis is not only an elite wrestler, he has a creative submission game as well.
He's got an anaconda.
10 seconds.
He rolls into it.
Wow, he might get it.
Take
It's
it.
all over. Phil Davis, winner by submission.
Eu tô treinando bastante com o Roger Gracie, com o René Gracie e o Hiron Gracie também. São as pessoas que estão me ajudando bastante nessa parte de chão. Então eu tô muito tranquilo.
Lyoto Machida does some pretty good foot sweeps. He does some awkward trips and things like that. Lyoto Machida may try to take me down. He took down Dan Henderson. You can take me down, but I don't know if you'll want me there when you get there.
That's wrestling dominance right there.
Dentro do evento é difícil falar, né? Se eu com essa vitória que eu vou ter sobre o Phil Davis, se realmente eu lutarei pelo cinturão. Mas eu sei que uma derrota pode me colocar muito lá atrás. Por isso eu vou estar muito bem preparado.
He's #1 on the UFC ranking, and I want to take down the top dog. I'm in this to be the best.
O Phil Davis não vai poder pegar esse cinturão. Eu tô sentindo muita falta do meu cinturão. Aquele peso ali, em volta da minha cintura, tá fazendo falta pra mim. Tô com saudade disso. Eu quero meu cinturão de volta.